Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm doing another monthly recap for July. So, I'm gonna do a little book haul of all the books I got in July, all the books I read, and the books I'm excited to read next month. So, let's get into it. Okay, I think I'm gonna start off with the book haul because there's a lot of them and that's the more interesting part. Okay, the first things I got, I'm gonna include them because they're book-ish. I got this book vase that says Once Upon a Time, and even on the side it says Once Upon a Time. It's just cute. I got this from Five Below. It was literally $5. I'm gonna use it to decorate. And then I also got these. They're cute little bookends, but they make a bow at the end. I thought these were adorable, and again, they were only $5 at Five Below. They're really like decent quality too, so I included those. Those are the only items that aren't books, like actual books, but I thought they were related, so I included them. I thought they were really cute. So this whole series I just got from Barnes & Noble. My husband actually bought these for me. It was really sweet. And I actually have already read one of them. The whole series, it's I think it's called Flight and Glory series by Rebecca Yarros. I know Rebecca does contemporary romance as well as obviously the Fourth Wing series. I've read the Fourth Wing, but I hadn't read any of her contemporary romances, so I wanted to give them a try. And this is a full series and it seems pretty easy to get into. First we've got Full Measures, Eyes Turn Skyward, Beyond What Is Given, Hollowed Ground, and The Reality of Everything. I feel like these look so pretty next to each other. The only thing is all of them have this popular TikTok author thing on them, which is whatever. But look how pretty they all look just like next to each other. Yeah, I'm really excited to display these. I just think they're really cute and they're all pretty easy, small reads. Okay, the next stack of books is all books I got from the book outlet when they were doing their $5.99 sale. So I got all of these books for $5.99, which was really nice. So first I've got Five Survive by Holly Jackson. I want to read all of her books. I've read the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series and the reappearance of Rachel Price. So this, and I think she just came out with a new release, are the ones I need to read, but only $5.99, not gonna lie. And it's in good condition for, you know, the book outlet, because sometimes they're get a little banged up. But then The Songbird and the Heart of Stone. This is a part of the Crowns of Nyaxia novels. I haven't fully finished the other series, but I know I'm going to want to, and this is the first and the other duet that's like, they're all connected somehow. Then I got Stephen King Pet Sematary. I want to read more Stephen King books, and I really like these new covers that they just came out with. They've got this one, and then there's like a Cujo one and a Christine one that look really pretty. I just really like this cover, and I've heard Pet Sematary is good. And then these next two books, I have actually read these, but I don't have the physical copies of, and I've been wanting the physical copies of. So Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. I actually listened to this as an audiobook. Really good book, very kind of sad, but I wanted to have the physical copy of it. And then Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is probably one of, if not my favorite book that Abby Jimenez has ever written, and I need a physical copy of it. I actually want to read this, like reread it and annotate it fully, because I just love this book so much. Glad to finally have a physical of it. This book I got from the book outlet was The Stars Are Dying. I mean, I got this for literally $6. It's the like special edition one with like look how pretty that is. I've been seeing this and I don't want to miss out on the special edition because it's so pretty, and it actually does sound interesting, but everywhere I've been it's been like almost $30 to buy, so I just haven't fully done it. But I mean, $5.99, can't beat that. And then along those lines, I bought The Night is Defying because I wanted them to match. I bought this one from Target though, but I really wanted the special edition, like this part, to match. and I didn't want to miss out. So I'm excited to have these now. I'm going to read these very soon. They sound really interesting, and I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy or if this is it. I think it's just these two. So if it's a duet, that's easy. A little duology, that's easy to pick up. Okay, these next books are just very random. Some I got from the Amazon like Prime Day. Some I just bought from like random thrift stores. So I've just accumulated them over July. So first I got Never by Jessa Hastings. First off, let's admire the cover. Like, it's actually gorgeous. I got this, it was $4 because of the Prime Day deal. So I was like, I'm picking that up. It's normally $18.99. And her newest release just came out too. So I'm excited to read that. And then another one, Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. I've been meaning to pick this up so many times. I almost have bought it like probably 5 times, but it's hard to spend $20 on a book for me. So I ended up getting it from the Prime Day deal. I think it was only like $8 or $7 or something like that. So this is probably like one I'm gonna really start soon because I've heard such good things about this, and it's duology, and I really just want to be able to like bam finish a series. Then this is actually my book club book that I've been reading. The Blood Trader, so I bought that because of book club. But again, I still got it from Amazon, and it wasn't that expensive. But this is the last book in the Prison Healer series. I've got Fable. I have seen this book around so many times, and I wasn't super interested in reading it. And then all of a sudden, I kept getting like all these TikToks about it, and someone explained, like, for one, the books are just really pretty, and someone explained that there's a ship in her eye. Let's see if you can see it. And for some reason that made me want to get it, and I saw it for $4 at a thrift store and instantly bought. Also, Adrienne Young, I've seen so many of her books, I didn't even realize, but I'm pretty sure she's the one that wrote The Unmaking of June Farrow, if I'm not mistaken. And that makes me want to read all of her other books. I haven't read The Unmaking of June Farrow. I really want to buy it, but it's actually hard to find. But anyway, so I wanted to read that because it seemed really interesting. But I've seen some of her books that look really good, so I picked it up. Next, I'll do my subscription boxes. The first subscription box I'll do is the Dollar Book Club. And I think I've explained this before, but basically it's a company that for $9.99 you get 2 used books with free shipping, and you can choose like any category. You can choose multiple categories too, like if you want to do like multiple boxes, and every month they'll bill you and they'll send you 2 used books from that category. I did a romance one that I didn't really care about, but I'm not like a super big romance person. Then I did a horror one, and I got like a Stephen King book from that. Then I did, or no, not a Stephen King, a Dean Koontz book from that, and a Gillian Flynn one. That might be all I've done. And then now I've been doing the graphic novels, and I've gotten some good graphic novels from there, so it's exciting. I think for next month I switched it to fantasy and sci-fi, so we'll see what they send me for that. But these are ones I got this month. I've never heard of this, but it looks really interesting. The Sandman by Neil Gaiman. This one's volume 1, and then this is volume 2. That one's kind of freaky. This one's called Preludes and Nocturnes, and this one's called The Doll's House. But I was looking at it. First off, these are the fully recolored editions, which is really nice. And also, apparently this is the creator of Coraline. It says on here somewhere, where did it say? Oh, New York Times bestselling author of The Graveyard Book and Coraline. So that intrigued me in itself. So not entirely sure what it's about, but it seems interesting. So I'll read these, and then if I like them, I can get the next ones. And that's another thing too, I noticed, like, they'll send you like 2 volumes, and like they'll also keep track of what you already have. Like one month I got 2 volumes from the same series, and then the next month I got the 3rd volume. So I thought that was really cool. Okay, next subscription box is the book of the month. And this one I got How Freaking Romantic by Emily Harding. It's a really cute looking book. I think I read a little bit of like what this was about, and to me it seemed the most interesting. Oh yeah, I remember. So this one was about, she's a I turned Boston for a second. She's a divorce attorney, and she falls in love with the other attorney on like her client's case. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so that seems really interesting. It's like they're not supposed to be together. It's cute though. It looked cute. And I don't know, I was just in a romantic mood. In a romance mood, if you will. This is the one I picked. Then I added on Enchantra. I have not read Phantasma, but I think I'm gonna like it, and I wanted my books to match because I have the book of the month of Phantasma, so I was like, I have to get Enchantra that matches, because otherwise that's gonna bother me. So I just got it. I bought it because I didn't want it to sell out. This is the second in I don't know what it's called the series, but yeah, this is the second book of that series. Okay, the last subscription box, which might be the most exciting, is the Fairy Loot one. Now this is my box from June because they're like very delayed. Like you don't get your box for that month until the very end of the next month. So like May's box I didn't get till the end of June, and then this is June's box I didn't get till the end of July. But I don't care either way. It's still nice. Also, I may or may not have already opened it, but I still want to show you guys. Okay, so this is the card, the spoiler card. Here's the spoilers. You can look if you want. This one's called The Storm Within. And first off, I can't really show this very well, but we got a Night of the Moth beach towel. Let me see if I can show it. Can you see it? It just is that same, it's that same design throughout the whole thing. It's got like knights on it. Oh shoot. Oh, not right there. There's a knight on it, and it looks like that on the other side too. It's like a mirrored image, but it's a beach towel. It's decent quality, pretty nice. It's the Night in the Moth by Rachel Gillig. We got this foil art, which I need to like frame or put up on my bookshelf. This one I think is from, yeah, The Dagger and the Flame, which I have not read, but this is cute. She's pretty. And then our tarot cards, we got the Fool and the Magician. These must be, I think these are our main characters from the book that's in here. And then this is pretty cool, pretty nice quality. We got a bookmark. It's a fully metal bookmark, and oh, focus, there we go. It's like super shiny and very like pretty, you can see, and it's got a nice red tassel. It's a really nice quality, and like the bottom is like a mask. This is from, where is this from? This is from An Ember in the Ashes, which I have not read, but I do want to read. And this I think is a character called Elias. Elias metal bookmark. So, interesting. Then this I'm really excited about. I think it's so cool that they even have this in there. I thought this was a really good box, personally. But this is from the Poppy War, which I also haven't read, but I need to. It's a plate. Hold on, I gotta try to get it so you can see all the details. It's got these two dragons on it. And it's like, it's a cute little plate. And it's ceramic, like, it's actually good quality. But yeah, it's got, or not two dragons, it's a dragon and like a phoenix or something. Some sort of bird thing. That's super exciting. I really like that. Then we've got page overlays for the book, which I'll show in a second, because I want to show you the book first. Okay, here's our book. Not gonna lie, they snapped on this one. It's gorgeous. Like, actually gorgeous. There's our bookmark for it. It's pretty. But it's actually so pretty. Okay, here's the book. Okay. It's called Heir of Storms by Lauren Hamilton Murray. This is the front, side, and then the back. It says, I'm the girl who wove the storm that shook the world, and I'm coming for my crown. And then here's the sprayed edges, which are also gorgeous. They're like That one's like clouds and stuff. Like, are you kidding me? Look how pretty these waves are. And then I actually prefer, I think, the one cover, what's it called? The reversible dust jacket, but this is the outside, which is really cool. It like makes like a compass. If you look at it like fully spread out, that it's so pretty. These colors, they're just doing something to my brain. Like, it's actually so pretty. And then here's the inside, the front cover. And then the back cover page. And then I'll show you the reversed dust jacket, which I think I'm gonna actually just put it on the reverse dust jacket. Okay, I think I have it reversed. It's actually really hard to reverse the jacket. Like, I don't want to mess it up, but this is the reversed dust jacket. Air of Storms, it's like her on the cover, I think. Like this, and then that's the back. I just really love her on the front here. If that is her, I think that's her. It says, weave the storm, win the crown. It seems like it's a enemy, not enemies to lovers. Well, kind of, but I think there's a love triangle in this, and also she's trying to win the crown back, and she has like storm magic. So seems really interesting. I'm excited. And the last thing is the overlays. So I'll show them. We've got this one, and then this one, it looks like she's reading a book. She looks really cute. I really like the art. And then this is her and him with a cat. And then this, it looks like they're fighting. So I'm super excited to read this one. I might actually add it like to the top of my list. Okay, so those are all the books I got, which is a lot. I got a lot of books this month. But sadly, I didn't really read that much. I am not in a slump or anything, but I've just been like really busy, so I haven't like read, and I've just been like in multiple different books, so I'm like halfway through so many books, and I haven't like really finished any. So I only read 6 books in the month of July. I don't have a lot of the physical copies of them because I read quite a few on my Kindle, but I can start with the first one I read was The Perfect Sun. I was in the middle of this in June, so I knew I was going to read it really soon, and I think I like finished it very beginning of June. Yeah, I finished this super early on. It's The Perfect Sun by Frida McFadden. I gave this a 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. I was like on a big Frida McFadden kick, and this was like the last one I read, and this one was really interesting. It's about, it follows a mom, and some police show up at her door and ask her about her son and some like girl that went missing, and it's her just trying to figure out what happened and if she believes her son or if she believes the police, and you just never quite know what's gonna happen. I will say I kind of guessed the ending, but it also was kind of took me by surprise, so that's a good one. Would recommend. Then I was also in the middle of this in June. I finished Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. I got this for Book of the Month in February, and I never read a Gillian McAllister book before, and I really wanted to give it a try because I know that they're like a well-loved author, and people really love this book. This was a struggle for me to get through. I gave this a 2 stars. It's not that, I don't think it's bad. I just don't know if this is the type of thriller or type of mystery I'm looking for. The plot twist was good. The like theme of the story was really good. It just, for me, felt like it dragged on, and I would just really catch myself not paying attention to the book, picking up my phone, watching something instead of reading, and that makes me not really love it. It's essentially about a woman who is a publisher. One day her husband isn't there when she wakes up, but she figures she just goes to work, whatever. They have like a baby together, and when she goes into work, the cops grab her and are just like, hey, you know, your husband is holding these people hostage in a bank. And she's like, or not a bank, but holding these people hostage in a warehouse. And she is super confused, doesn't understand what's going on. They don't know like what's going on with her husband, and she like would never expect it, but it follows her point of view and the hostage negotiator's point of view, and then like an anonymous person's point of view, and it skips like chapters of each person's point of view, but the first couple chapters are the like hostage situation happening, and then it skips 7 years in the future, and it's just really it is interesting. Like, I enjoy the premise of it, but I just felt it was dragging on. Disappointing, but the writing was good, kind of. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that. 2 stars. Wasn't terrible. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Then next I read Vicious Fae, which I do not have a physical copy of, but that's part of the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac series. That's number 3, and I enjoyed this. I gave it a 3 stars. I think this is the one where I really liked the first book, really liked the second book. This book felt kind of not needed until the very end, and it was just really, these last book, I'm on the 5th book right now. These last couple books have just been super smutty for, like, that's the main reason. Like, you get this much plot, and then you get this much smut, and I skip it personally, but I don't understand why it's dragging on. I do love the people, like the characters, I love the series, but I will also say, like, warning, it is a reverse harem, which I personally don't normally read reverse harems. I don't even like them, and even this one, I don't really like it, but I think for some reason in my brain, when it's like, oh, it's a fantasy, it makes more sense. Like, instead of it just being like normal people, like a fantasy, I'm like, oh, you know, it's not real world. I don't know, but I'm just saying that to warn whoever wants to read these. Yeah, so it's reverse harem. I think I've explained multiple times what this is about, but I can't really tell what this particular book is about, but what the series is about. I've talked about it a couple times in a couple videos. I'm almost done with it, which I'm really excited about, because then I can continue the Zodiac Academy series. I'm really enjoying it. I do like the characters. I'm enjoying it. I almost feel like I wouldn't skip the series to continue the Zodiac, because there is like a crazy plot point that's happening that is very interesting, but I will say that it is a lot of smut and a lot of spice, so you almost could just look up like what happens. That's, for me, that's personally how I feel. But I gave this one 3 stars, just because why so much smut, and then the end was like went crazy, and like the plot is good, but just a lot. Then next I finished The Gilded Cage, which I have the physical copy, but my mom has it right now, and that is a part of the Prison Healer series, and that was my book club book, and that was really good. I rated that at 4 stars. I will say, like I talked about the Prison Healer, it's a very slow series, and even like it ends crazy, and then this book is pretty fast-paced for the most part. I would say it's way more fast-paced than the first book. There's a lot more going on, a lot more you're like high stakes interested in, and the romance is like cute in this one, and then the ending is kind of like, what just happened? And now I'm in the middle of the 3rd book, and I will say I really enjoy this series. I do think if you didn't love the first book, I do think it's still good to go for the 2nd and the 3rd book, because they're the same but also very different, and like the spacing and the pacing and like how the story's going along. And then I read Broken Fae. I don't have the physical copy of it. I read it on my Kindle as well, but that's the 4th book in the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. That one I also gave it 3 stars. Again, plot's good, there's a lot happening, but there is a lot of smut. This one, I think, had more than the 3rd book. I think this one was even less, like, plot point heavy. It was mainly just, like, smut. So, do with that what you will. And I'm on the 5th book right now. I'm actually in the middle of it. And then the last book I read this month, I just finished, was Full Measures. I started reading this on my Kindle, and then, like I said, my husband bought me the whole series. And this is by Rebecca Yarros. This is pretty interesting. I think all of them are like interconnected standalones, the whole series. This one's about Ember and Josh, and this starts off with Ember finding out her dad is not coming home. I think they're all related to like soldiers. This one starts out with her finding out her dad is not coming home, and she's like trying to keep her family together, and then she bumps into Josh, who was like she had a huge crush on in high school when she was younger. And he's like this like elite hockey player, kind of like a playboy type of guy, and he's been like, he like helps her out, and Josh coaches her little brother's like hockey team, and it's just them finding each other, and then something happens at the end. You'll have to like read it to figure out. And it's just a cute little romance. It's an easy little romance. Her writing is just really easy to get into, and I'm excited about the second book because it's related to Josh's friend. So I'm excited about the second book. This one's fun, easy read. Those are all of the books I read. I gave that a 3 stars. I forgot to say. I'm in a lot of books right now, so some books I think I'll probably finish in August is obviously The Blood Trader, because I'm reading this for book club and it just will be done because of that. Then next, I want to finish or continue the series. So this is Eyes Turn Skyward, which is the second book in that series. So I'm excited to read this. What else? Oh, I'm also in the middle of Warrior Fae, which is the 5th book in the Zodiac, Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac series. I want to finish that because I want to get that series done. And I think I want to read a fantasy duology, which will probably be either Heartless Hunter, Phantasma, or The Stars Are Dying. The Stars Are Dying. Those are kind of my books in my mind. I'm in a fantasy mood right now, so that's probably what I'll be reading. And yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of books, a lot of exciting things happening, and I'm hoping to be posting some vlogs and stuff soon. I have some like vlogs recorded that I just need to edit and post. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.